think audiences up here will react differently to London at all? Do you see a north-south divide when you do plays?
Well, I think it will help in the fact, because of the characters I know at the moment. I think that will help, and Blackpool and Ada will be. It should be good shows that people should really enjoy. I think they'll really get it.
Yeah,
and they'll really
there's a few northern references and things, which went very well in London, didn't they? They got them, but I think there maybe be more of a recognition humour.
I think there'll be more Cissie and Adas in the audience.
Yes,
you're right.
That's the point.
What fat blokes dressed as women.
So they'll see a bit of themselves then.
Well, I think that's why. I mean, that's the joy of those characters. They're so well drawn, based on women I knew as a kid growing up in Leeds. To me, they're very recognised, and they still exist.
Totally.
Yeah,
it's weird, isn't it? How they, even though those characters were created in the early 70s, mid 70s. You stand in any street corner in Yorkshire and Lancashire, you'll see those women still to this day.
So it sounds like you think it will go down well in Stafford as well.
I think it will.
Audience.
Yeah, when we were down in London, obviously I knew I was coming here to do the Shakespeare, and I just thought, I'm sure this will go down well in Stafford, and I mentioned it to Chris Mellor, our producer, who's kindly buying us all drinks later. Oh, he's there, sorry, I forgot you were there. No, he said, and got in touch with Derek Gask, obviously, who runs the Gatehouse.
Oh, so it was on your suggestion then?
But I just knew, I thought it really would go down well here. It's such a lovely theatre.
Yeah, we've all had a good look round. I've never worked here before, and it's a lovely place. I'm really looking forward to it.
And have you been up to Stafford before?
No, this is my first time.
And how are you finding it so far?
Really nice. Actually, I got a little bit lost, so I've had a good look around from the train station.
Through the park,
Yeah.
I really like the park.
The park's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Oh, you're getting on a really nice day weather.
Yeah.
And is this the first time that you two have worked together since your Coronation Street days?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's been a few years now, hasn't it? Since you've worked at the same time.
Yeah, so we've got over the major differences we had.
We're fine.
Well, say fun. No, we had a great time on the street. And, so crikey, I left in 2007, 6, something.
Yes, and I left in 2010, nearly 3 years ago. To do this and to play different characters, it's been an absolute pleasure, to be honest. I've really enjoyed working with Eric again. It's been really good to see him again and do this tour.
Are the characters, Ada and Cissie, are they similar to the kind of ladies you would have found on the street around that time? Because I have heard the
very much so.
Similarity.
Oh yeah, very much so. And it is. It's those gossiping street corner women that will quite happily cut your legs off if you were to stand on their donkey stone that they spent the morning polishing the front step.
I think that's what makes it work, because people can relate to it.
Yeah.
Because they did see it. They have seen it in people that they've lived in their street and stuff. So I think that's why people do relate to the show and do relate to it, because they've actually seen it for themselves, and it just brings back good memories for people, doesn't it? As well.
Totally, real recognition humour, isn't it?
Yeah. And the characters are different in a way, because Cissie, I get the impression that they were brought up together, that Cissie is possibly married a bit better, she's slightly posher.
She is.
But they're friends from the old days, aren't they?
Yes.
They're friends from the old days.
Yeah.
Not you still get that, don't you? I mean, you still get the, friends that think they're a bit posher than the mates.
Oh yes, I knew her when she was nothing.
Is this very much a feel-good play then?
Oh yeah, that's the best thing about it.
Okay.
When I was approached about doing it, and I thought, I had two worries. One, I thought you can't just have a load of Cissie and Ada sketches strung together. That won't work. And my other worry was don't do a hatchet job on Les, because I worked with Les, and he was a nice man, and I didn't. But it's the opposite actually. It's you get the Cissie and Ada's sketches, the 2 or 3 classics, but you also get Terry and Sandra doing them. So it's not just Les and Roy that do the sketches. In fact, one of the highlights of the show is Terry and Sandra having a go at one of the sketches.
Oh, so you see how it's influenced people then.
You see how it's really interesting from that point of view, and Les was not an easy man to work with, but at the same time, the play reveals that friends of mine who've been to see it have all enjoyed the fact that the camaraderie comes through.
I think one of the things as well that come and see the show was I didn't know that about Les and I didn't know this about Les. You learn a lot about the man as well.
It's funny. It's very, very funny. There's a little bit of touching pathos in there.
There's some really nice
deals with it. A bit in Leslie's life where things weren't going quite so well. But you learn a lot about not just Les, about the characters and what was going on at the BBC at this time. It's a lovely piece. It really is. And I think Steve's right. It's great that it isn't a hatchet job. It's very easy to take a cynical approach to it all. But this is a real warm nostalgia fest that I think people will leave the theatre feeling really good and had a good night's entertainment.
He has survived because he wasn't just a stand-up comic.
No.
He was a good actor, he was a good writer, he was a great pianist, he was an inventor of characters, and he loved the English language. But nobody told a joke in the way that Les did, because Les loved language. And his a big influence was W.C. Fields. And he understood that one of the things that comes across in the play is the important thing about painting a picture in a joke. His jokes always painted a picture, and he did that with the most wonderful use of language. And he wasn't a gag merchant, you know what I mean? He just didn't do a load of gags and get off. And he told stories, and he was just wonderful to watch. And he had one of the funniest faces you've ever seen. I mean, to me, he was a funny man. He had funny bones.
I think, as time moves on as well, and you get different comedians in different areas coming through. What I almost forgot about Les Dawes, until you watch all the stuff back and you realise how funny the man was. You look back and you think, I wish stuff like that would be on TV now. It was just so intelligent and just great fun to watch. And anybody could, no matter what age he was, anyone could watch it and enjoy it.
So this show then would be for all ages?
Yeah,
one of
the
the
things that became very obvious in London, it's really easy, I think, and Les mentions it when we're doing in one of the scenes about his material being dated, is how many young people came to see us embarking and how many of them stuck through the entire thing and were laughing and found it really hilarious and across all spectrums.
Yes, that's it.
So many young people. I mean, some of the kids we had were in early teens and found it hilarious.
What can people expect from the show if they come on Wednesday?
Just a great time. They're going to have
lots of laughs.
Lots and lots of laughs.
Lots of laughs.
They find out a lot more about Les, don't they? But just
stuff you might not have known about.
And just come and have a great time, just come and enjoy it.
A few of the traditional, the old Cissie and Ada sketches.
Oh, great, so
they're in there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we do them all. The big ones, the art gallery and the beach. Anyone who comes along is just going to feel that leave the theatre on a high. I think they're going to have a good night, lots of laughs, a bit of nostalgia.
And we're looking forward to seeing a lot of people, aren't we?
It's going to be a lovely production.